Well, there has been a dramatic turn of events as far as when it comes to once a very close aide and friend has now turned into a foe, an enemy, and this seems to be playing out widely on social media. The simmering tensions and the deteriorating relationship between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump has now erupted into a full-blown public showdown with allegations of economic fallout, political undercurrents that seems to be reshaping American power landscape. In the latest bombshell, the post on X, the Tesla CEO Elon Musk has now accused President Trump of deliberately withholding the release of the Jeffery Epstein files to avoid any personal exposure. Now he followed it up with another chilling note, and I quote, that mark this post for the future, the truth will come out. The post, which has now sent shockwaves across with renewed scrutiny on the Epstein-related documents and Trump's past associations as well. Never the one to hold any punches, Trump has now fired back, calling Elon Musk as a faker and suggesting drastic financial retaliation. And let's go across to Srinjoy now, because this is going back and forth, and all that is happening, Srinjoy, is on social media. Both sides big enough in their positions, both sides don't hold back any punches, and both sides are taking on squarely on each other. Exactly how do you see it playing out?
This is the most unprecedented moment probably in the history of the United States, because never has the most powerful man in the world taken on the richest man in the world in such a public and ugly manner. Now, this was also expected in some form, because many felt that two people like Trump and Elon Musk this bromance would not last more than a year. But no one imagined it would implode in just a couple of months. Let's not forget that just 2 months ago, Elon Musk appeared to be the second most powerful man in America. And even today, there are serious questions about what Musk can do. First of all, let's not forget that the US budget that Elon Musk has been very critical of, he's torn it to shreds. And this is really Trump's budget. Now awaits clearance by the US Senate. Now in the Senate, the Republicans have a 53-47 majority. Now, there are already people among the Republican senators like Rand Paul, like Susan Collins, who do not like Trump or Trump's policies. Now, they could well vote against this. Also, there could well be people, Republicans, who have been supported by Trump, by Musk in their campaigns. And then this is a situation when Musk can pick up the phone and say, look, I got you elected.
Yes.
Now support me and vote against this, budget bill.
Elon Musk is concerned, he was one of the biggest participation that he did as far as when it comes to the election campaign of Donald Trump is concerned. And Donald Trump, who seems to be calling as far as the controversial bill as a big, beautiful one, here is Elon Musk, who seems to be calling it as an abomination. Let's put that out, because all that is happening is on social media for everyone out to see. Such kind of bickering is something that has never been seen before in any history, if we talk about as far as when it comes to world leaders, and of course one of the most powerful and richest man on the globe. Now, as far as Trump's attack is concerned, he says that Musk knew about the bill better than anyone. Why is he upset? Elon Musk, meanwhile, has countered, saying that the bill was never shown to me even once, and it was passed in a way that he had no idea if such a step is going to be taken by the Trump administration. Now, here Trump's attack further goes on to say that Elon is upset because we'll cut the EV mandate. The counter that is now coming across from Elon Musk, saying that without me, Trump would have lost the elections. He wouldn't be even near of getting a second term as president. But however, as far as swing states are concerned, Donald Trump says that I would have won Pennsylvania anyway, but he says that I'm very disappointed with Elon Musk. Now, at the Oval Office recently, when this farewell kind of ceremony that was held, Donald Trump was still of the view that Elon Musk is not going anywhere, but the thing that when it comes to the situation which has now turned drastically. Here is what Elon Musk is now saying, that he helped Donald Trump win the elections, and this is the kind of ingratitude that he seems to be facing now that he has become president. So a full-blown Trump versus Musk war that is now playing out online after the Epstein file bombshell, and once that they were allies, the two of them are now trading blows, as Trump has now threatened to axe Elon Musk government subsidies as well, saying that it should have been previous Biden administration that should have done that to save billions of dollars. So Epstein files that we are now speaking of, as far as when it comes to the counter that is now coming on Truth Social by Donald Trump, saying that the easiest way to save in our budget billions and billions of dollars is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was surprised that Biden didn't do it. So can you see the level as far as when it comes to this online fighting between friends? Now force seems to be taking on. Now there are open threats that are being issued to each other. Let's in the meantime get you another round of breaking update. What we are learning as this feud with Donald Trump has escalating. Elon Musk has further hit back, and this is a tit-for-tat move that is now being seen after Donald Trump threatened to cut subsidies. Musk has now plans to retire the Dragon spacecraft making, and this has now come across as a dramatic turn in the Trump-Musk showdown as well. Elon Musk hitting back at Donald Trump, saying when Trump said that we'll cut Elon Musk subsidies, now this is the response that is now coming from Tesla CEO as well. And this is how Elon Musk has reacted, saying that in the light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning of its Dragon spacecraft immediately, will decommission the Dragon spacecraft, and this is the tit-for-tat move that is now being seen by Elon Musk. I mean, Srinjoy, can it escalate any further from this? Because here, as far as the credit that is now being taken by Elon Musk, saying that it was because of him and his help and his money that Donald Trump has become president for the second time. Donald Trump, however, going further to say that government contracts and subsidies given to Elon Musk will now be cut down.
With Elon Musk and Donald Trump, you can never say anything. First of all, it is entirely possible that things could get worse. It is also possible that tomorrow, keeping Trump in mind and knowing what Musk is like, they will say that, okay, we've made mistakes, let's make up and be friends again. So that both these things have to be kept in mind. But at this point, what worries people is the kind of damage this fight is doing to the country's economy, and possibly even to the world's economy. Because here's the world's richest man, and here is America with a $30 trillion economy. Now, a budget is up in the air. Can you imagine this happening? Now, all this apart, think of all the other possibilities. Look at Elon Musk's space program. Now, this could have been very helpful for America, for America's space effort, even for NASA. Yes, there are other private players. There's no dispute about that. But Musk's rockets could have actually helped the space program. Suddenly, there have been budget cuts. The subsidies are going to be withdrawn. So we don't know how all this will pan out. Besides that, as far as the U.S. economy is concerned, is it not going to take a hit if there are senators in the U.S. Congress who say that, look, we don't like this budget? And many of them may say that because they have been supported by Elon Musk. Elon Musk's money may have got them elected.
Yes.
So Elon Musk can pick up the phone and say that, look here, Senator,
but
I got you elected.
But would it go to such an extent? Mr. Fabian is also connected with us. Srinjoy, please be with us. Mr. Fabian, good morning, sir. Do you believe that this bitter feud has escalated to such a level that Elon Musk, once who had helped him as far as the election campaign of Donald Trump is concerned, is now seeking for his removal? Mr. Fabian? Mr. Fabian, are you connected with us, sir? Well, Srinjoy, if you can take that question, because has it gone to such an extent that Elon Musk now seems to be vouching for J.D. Vance to take over?
With Elon Musk and President Trump, you can never say, because things can go to a head very quickly. But as I said, you can never tell about Trump and Musk. It won't be surprising to anybody if tomorrow they actually make up and say that, well, we made mistakes, but we are friends again. But at this point, this is a very difficult situation for America, for America's economy, for, in fact, the international economy, because here is a budget that has the potential of getting stuck in the Senate. And if that happens, then it will hurt America very badly, because we don't know how this will all pan out. Because there are, as I said, people in the Republican Party, among the senators, like Susan Collins, like Rand Paul, they don't like Trump very much. So if they
let me try connecting with Mr. Fabian once again. Sir, good morning. Can you hear me?
Morning. I can hear you.
Yes. What do you make of this Trump-Musk bromance that, it has very publicly become so bitter? Will there be another public fallout?
Well, there was no real romance because both of them are 10% opportunists. And therefore, when Trump came out with his what Elon Musk considers as the disastrous budget proposals, well, Musk decided to walk out. And even when he was walking out, Trump, saying that he was not going, he will still be with us and all that, if you remember. So opportunities have fallen out, and this was to be expected.
All right. You believe that this is something to be expected. Thank you very much, Mr. Fabian, for your point of view. Of course, what's been playing out, the world is watching very closely. But also, when that question was asked to Donald Trump, while stating that he didn't mind Elon Musk turning against him, rather, Donald Trump had remarked that the billionaire should have done so months ago. But hurling of insults and humiliation, everything that seems to be happening out in the open, the bromance which is now turned bitter. Let's get you another counter from Donald Trump, because this is going on and on. There is a counter, there is another counter. We are looking at another strike, then a counter strike, all of them that is happening, and this is all publicly available on social media platforms. Another counter by Donald Trump saying that Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months that I was going to do, and he just went crazy. This is another level that now we are looking as far as when it comes to the deteriorating relationship between the two. But it would come to such a level, Srinjoy, one couldn't have expected really, have they? Because just months ago, in fact, we just call it weeks ago, their bond included that Elon Musk's son was visiting the White House right there in the Oval Office. Trump supporting Musk amid rumors of friction. And despite their close ties, tensions arose over Musk's criticism of Donald Trump's budget plan. Now he will go to the extent to call each other crazy.
First of all, it was always difficult to believe that this bromance between Musk and Trump would last more than a year. There were many people who felt that by the end of the year, they would not be together. No one imagined this would happen as quickly as it has, in about 110 days. Now, just 20, 30 days ago, 2 months ago, Elon Musk appeared to be the second most powerful man in the United States, in the United States government, apart from the president himself. There didn't seem anyone as powerful. He had access to every ministry or department in the U.S. government and their finances. And he was saying, well, you cut 10 billion there, you cut 100 billion
apologies,
there.
I'm interrupting you again. Mr. Rabindra Sachdev is also connected with us. Mr. Sachdev, do you believe that such kind of hostilities between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, that began when the Tesla chief denounced the tax cut and spending bill that disintegrated into a once close relationship that he had with Donald Trump, and now this very public, when it comes to such kind of spat that has been taking place The world is watching closely what's happening between the two of them.
Well, thank you so much. Good morning to you and your viewers. Oh, certainly, yes. I mean, though on the one hand, it was clearly expected, that two men with such huge egos and self-interest could coexist. That was thought about and anticipated. But the way the falling out is occurring now is ugly, and as with Trump administration, everything becomes historic and unprecedented. So what we are seeing is something unprecedented happening. I think what's run also, it's not only about the bill. Yeah, it is about the bill, let's say, which Musk is unhappy about, because there are two aspects to it. One, it affects, or let's say, it impacts his ideology. I mean, Musk has his own ideology also, the way he sees the world and the free markets, let's say, right? And Trump has his own views. And Trump, being a political leader, has to go along with the political base as to what he thinks, right? So we had seen some of this tension earlier also, if you guys remember, regarding the H-1 visas. Remember? Musk was saying, yeah, we need the H1 and tech talent in the country for our innovation and all. And then on the other hand, the MAGA crowd, the political base of Trump, Laura Loomer and all, they were absolutely against it and saying that we want no immigrants in the country, however, be they talented or not talented. So there were such, gaps between the two gentlemen. But what we are seeing right now is amazing. In fact, I was talking to a colleague right now,
yes, sir,
and he was just wondering that in the campaign
But Mr. Sachdev, a quick response from you, sir. What do you believe as far as the Epstein files bomb that has now been dropped by Elon Musk?
No, it could very much be possible. We do not know. Right? We do not know. We don't have any insider information. It could be possible. Epstein used to hang out, and Trump was, of course, mixing with a crowd of all kinds. So it's possible, very much possible. It is very much possible, but we do not know, cannot say.
So once very close now, it seems that the relationship is disintegrating, and that too in full public view. Thank you very much, Mr. Sachdev. Appreciate your point of view. Srinjoy, thank you as well, because these are, again, back-to-back updates that are now coming in on social media, and we'll get our viewers more on that. Let's, in the meantime, talk